Alright guys, so this is my local Walmart. Look at how much toys. This is all toys right here. Guy was nice enough to let me look. And bam. But all that's toys. You see all that. Surprised I saw them. Check it out, guys. We got the last multiverse wave here. The Killer Croc wave. As you can see, the character selection is pretty cool. I don't want to waste too much time, so let's get into it. Let's see what Mattel has to offer for their last wave. Alright guys, so first of all, let's take a look at Red Hood. Honestly, I think this figure looks really nice. I really love the details on it. The articulation is decent, but there's some big mishaps with this figure. And one of the main things that everyone is mad at is these holsters look cool and everything. They have the guns on here, but the guns are sculpted into the holster. So he literally comes with no guns. He comes with no guns. What kind of Red Hood is that? He even comes with all the interchangeable hands to hold weapons and everything, but he comes with no guns. What the heck? That's really, really strange. He comes with no guns, but he does come with a bunch of alternative hands and this really cool alternate head sculpt. It looks pretty clean. Looks like it has blue shading on it. Pretty clean paint apps. I actually really dig it. And I feel like this Red Hood's head is too big. I do like the paint apps though. It looks good. Just feel like it's too this head is a little too big, but let me show you real quick what he looks like with this head. And Multiverse actually got a little better here on the articulation. They actually added more room, so you can move the head back and forth a little bit. But the way that the sculpt is on the heads prevents it from leaning back too much or leaning forward too much. But yeah, this head looks really good on the figure. Honestly, I dig it. I like it a little bit more than the actual Red Hood mask. Even though this is great sculpt, I just feel like it looks too big on this body. But yeah, overall this Red Hood is really cool. I really dig it. The articulation is decent. Just wish he came with real guns to use. Next up, let's take a look at Robin. And Robin looks so sick, man. I really love what they did with this Robin, especially since not a lot of companies make Robins. But yeah, a lot of sculpted detail. All this is all sculpted and painted pretty nicely. The knee pads are all sculpted. They have cool detail. It looks really tactical. The bottom of the boot even has paint apps. Man, this Robin looks so freaking cool. The cape looks clean. Yellow on the bottom. Look at the outlines over here. It looks really clean. The mask is clean. I really dig this figure. They actually added double jointed elbows, as you can see. They look kind of ugly, but at least he has them. Red Hood did not even have double jointed elbows. As you can see, he only has the single joint. That's about it. But he does have a coat. Marvel Legends doesn't even add double jointed elbows to figures with coats, so it's understandable. He does come with his staff, and he comes with alternate hands. And they also have some of the green paint on there. It looks pretty clean on the knuckles and up here on the wrist area. So yeah, this Robin is honestly a must. I really dig all the paint apps. It's so good. The articulation is pretty good too. Double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. He has the ab articulation, which actually gets pretty good range. The only thing I do not like is the head has very poor movement. You can look side to side pretty well, but up and down is not really there. I haven't tried to pull the head off of this guy yet because he doesn't come with any other heads, but I feel like it's probably just the sculpt. They actually did add like a hinge on there, but yeah, you can't really get good range. But everything else about this figure is really clean, man. So much detail and sculpt. Could have probably just used some paint here on the belt and the head articulation, and this would have been almost like a 10 out of 10 figure, man. Good job, Mattel, on this Robin. Next up, we got the Nightwing Batman here. He has that little grin on his face. Almost like smiling, little smirk. It's a pretty basic figure. There's not much to it, it's not a big issue. He does have the cloth cape. It's really thin though. It doesn't even go over his shoulders or anything. But it is cloth. So that's a cool little touch. Articulation on this guy too, it's not the best. He does have the single jointed elbows. I don't know why they didn't add double jointed elbows. Would have been probably pretty easy on this guy. He does have the double jointed knees and stuff, so that's good. And the only thing that I don't really like about this figure is the feet. They look huge, massive on this body, because this is a really thin Batman. He's not that bulky. But yeah, the boots are huge. Looks kind of weird when you stand him up. And Mattel actually included some pretty cool accessories. As you can see, he comes with an unmasked head. And I think this looks pretty good, man. It actually looks like Nightwing to me. Has the blue highlights in the hair too. Cool little sculpt here. Not bad at all, man. Mattel, I'm telling you, man, they were stepping up their game, but it was too late, man. Like, and the cool thing is they also give you the cowl. So basically you leave this hanging on his back. You take this head off, and you can see the tiny little joint here. It actually does have a hinge, so it's supposed to get good range. You just drop the cowl here on his neck, and you get the alternate head. Pop it on there. Heads are kind of soft, so they pop on pretty easily. And as you can see, it looks really good. Cowl's hanging right here in the back. That's a really nice touch, man. I really like that a lot. But yeah, the articulation is good. You know, he has all the basics you need. The only thing I wish he had was double jointed elbows. That would have added a cool touch to it. But other than that, has good sculpt, you know, here on the gauntlets, the spikes, the belt, nice shiny gold color. But yeah, overall, it's not a bad figure. I just, the thing that bothers me the most is just the boots. And I feel like he has a ankle pivot, but it's not that good. It's kind of stiff. I have to heat it up. I don't want to break it. But yeah, quick look at the Nightwing Batman there. Pretty cool. Comes with the alternate head and the cowl. And here's the Batman head. Pretty cool. It's kind of weird though how his lips are not painted on the Batman head. But it's because, you know, it's Batman, so on this one he has the darker toned lips. Just something I noticed. Next up, probably the most wanted figure from this wave, which is Alfred. And you can see why. He's loaded with sculpt, paint detail, and articulation. It's a really nice looking Alfred, and we usually don't get too many Alfreds, so Mattel actually kind of knocked it out of the park with this one. There's obviously a few paint blemishes here in the shoes and stuff, but these $20 figures, you know, even Marvel Legends have bad paint apps, but it's a really cool Alfred figure, and he comes with a bunch of accessories. He comes with 3 extra alternate heads. Just to show you real quick, you can have any Alfred you want from whatever show or movie you want. Look at this. It comes with this head, which is probably my favorite. This one looks so freaking good. The detail, the glasses, there's actually a lens on there. Pretty good paint apps. This one looks pretty good as well. Glasses are actually there, has a lens. Little mustache, looks really freaking accurate. And then he comes with this extra head, which I guess this is a different character that you can just put on the body. So yeah, comes with a bunch of different options. He also comes with this tiny little tray. Pretty basic, but it's a nice touch. And not only that, he comes with a little clear cup that you can place on there. Look at that little cup. It actually has sculpt detail in there. Looks really cool. Nice touch, Mattel. I really dig that. Hopefully I don't lose that cup. And he comes with this cowl. Batman cowl. Pretty good detail. You know, maybe Bruce just takes it off. He picks it up after him. Really nice looking cowl. It's plain on the bottom, but yeah, he comes with the most accessories out of everybody. Articulation is probably not the best, but he does have what he needs. He's just a butler. He's not doing nothing too crazy. And he actually does have double jointed elbows and everything. And the thing about Mattel that my dude Rob always talks about, Talker Art, check out his channel if you guys haven't. But it's cool how Mattel doesn't do those ugly pins that you can see on the figure right here on the articulation, and it's still double jointed. These are double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. It gets a little flimsy though. Like right here, I feel like this one is a little flimsy. You see that? Moves pretty easily, but it still looks way better than having those pins. And just a quick example of what I'm talking about. Check out this Marvel Legends Spider-Man. You see this? It doesn't even match the color. They don't even paint this, and it looks kind of ugly. It breaks the sculpt here on the knees as well. But they do feel a lot more sturdy, so I'll give them that. It feels a lot nicer than these do, but look, no pins. It looks much nicer, still double jointed. You don't have that. Imagine they put some pins on this side and it's like the wrong color. It's gonna like really break the look of the figure. Same thing on the legs. No pins. So that's a really cool touch. The only articulation that doesn't really work that well is the ab, which looks like a huge ab crunch, but it doesn't work. I don't know if this is like plastic, extra plastic is supposed to be here, but yeah, it doesn't really do anything, or maybe mine's just stuck. But Alfred has a really good head joint. He has the biggest ball peg and the most range here, so he gets really good range. Let me pop on a different head so you can see. It's pretty easy. But yeah, he gets the most range out of everybody. He can look up pretty far, look down pretty far. Really good range there. So yeah, that's Alfred, guys. The standout of the wave. Next up, let's grab Katana. And in my opinion, this figure looks so clean, man. Plain, but the colors are nice. Hardly any paint mishaps. This figure looks really nice. I'm really digging it, and I'm surprised because I don't care too much about this character. This look is a lot cooler than the look she had in the Suicide Squad movie. It looks really clean. And she comes with this katana right here. I mean, if she didn't come with a katana, that would probably suck really bad. But yeah, here's her katana. Has some nice red highlights there, but the color is just like a shiny silver. And she does come with one alternate hand to hold it. So she has a fisted hand and a holding hand. So she can only hold it with this side, but it looks really clean. Articulation, this body is being used a lot by Mattel on all the new female figures, so it's not the best, but I mean, so it's not the best, but compared to like their competitor Marvel Legends, it's pretty similar. Marvel Legends has the same single jointed elbows. You know, the torso articulation is not that good. Doesn't really turn too much. You gotta like twist it. But overall, the proportions look nice. The head sculpt is clean. She has good range too. I don't know why this female figure has such good range in the head, but I feel like they're so close to nailing like a lot of the things that I want in my figures. There's no waist cut, so you only get the movement up here. It's not the best. She does have double jointed knees. No pins either. Looks clean, doesn't break up the sculpt. And they all have like these ankles that look kind of weird. I don't think they don't really have pivot either, these ankles, so she's not the easiest to stand up. But yeah, all the details and the sculpt, this is all sculpted. Looks really clean, man. So this figure is actually a surprise hit for me. Looks really clean, man. Usually companies mess up the lips or the eyes, but this looks really clean. I don't know where Mattel came out with this. I don't know why Mattel hasn't been doing this much longer, but yeah, you can even see her nostril down there. Really clean, man. Can't believe it. And last up, we got KG Beast. And I don't even know who this guy is, honestly. He looks like Bane's cousin. But he's probably my favorite in the wave. Like, nothing looks like this. And I love the mask. It's like, you know, I used to watch Lucha Libre a lot. The Mexican Lucha Libre. This looks like a luchador mask. It looks really cool. The red is really clean on here. The eyes are white. Looks really clean. There's actually like a texture to it too. This is all sculpted. It's not just paint. This is all sculpted. All these red lines are all sculpted. You can see like his nose a little bit too. So that's really dope. His whole outfit, he literally looks like a ninja luchador or something, because he has like ninja stars. These are all sculpted. Paint is a little sloppy, but what do you expect? These figures are, the paint is always sloppy. I mean, even on a Mayfex $100 figure, things get sloppy. But yeah, he has his tattoo right here. This cannon arm that he has is really cool. This little piece, I think it goes in here. It's like it comes like this in the packaging. You add this piece so it can look more like a gun, I guess. See that? Looks really cool. This big knife, you can actually take it out if you want, let him hold it. It does have a holding hand, but it does go right here because it has a slot, so it looks really cool. And in the package, I think it was flipped this way, but I like the way it looks more flipped this way. I do not know why. I'm probably wrong, but I like it more. This is all sculpted. This is like a soft material, rubber material. Mattel has the best like soft rubber material. Like Hasbro on their coats and on a lot of their clothing. A lot of their clothing is really hard. You can't even move the articulation. Look at this guy. You can still get the ab crunch in there pretty well. You can move them back, forward, because this material is so soft and it's textured as well. The back has the spikes. I don't like how it has all the wordings here. Wish they would do that like maybe on the bottom or something, but it is what it is. Stars are going all the way around. Really cool looking figure, man. Even the little dots painted here on the pouches. Look at all the paint work. It's really cool. Not the cleanest, but look at this. The buckles are painted on here. Man, where was this effort so long ago? That kind of sucks. Mine has some black paint right here too. That kind of sucks. But like I said, I don't think Mattel's ever put this much effort into their figures. So it sucks. But yeah, look at this sculpt. Looks really cool, man. He also comes with these extra blades that you can stick in his boot. They're tiny little knives. They fit in here in the slot. They're not really the best fit, but he holds them well. And it's weird because some of their figures, you can see this, have ankle pivot, but not all of them. So it's kind of weird. I don't know why they just don't add ankle pivot on all of them. But yeah, this KG Beast is a dope figure. I really like it. Nice big bulky figure. And not bulky as my boy over here though. This guy is massive. But yeah, here we go. KG Beast. What a cool looking fig. Last but not least, we got the Collect and Connect. And I can't really bring him closer because he's too massive. He'll get cut off. I'm going to have to try to reach all the way over here and try to mess with him. But this guy is massive. Everyone knows that this is the King Shark kind of like mold that they use. But let me bring out my King Sharks so I can give you guys a quick comparison. Right. So as you can see, a lot of the pieces are actually new. The top of the torso is all new. All this scaling is all sculpted. Feels really cool. Looks really cool. Has different greens to it. Some lighter touches, some darker touches. They are the same pants, just painted differently. You could just tell because of the rips. The feet are actually different too. You can see Killer Croc has actually 5 toes. 5 toes versus 4 toes. So they actually did some sculpt work there as well on the feet. But yeah, overall, Killer Croc is much bulkier. It's just that the sharks have big old heads. But man, this guy looks so cool in person. I really love the multiverse Build-A-Figures. I feel like they always have done their Collect and Connect / Build-A-Figures way better than Hasbro. Hasbro just beats them in the actual figure department, but in this wave, I feel like they did really good on the figures and on the Collect and Connect. So let's take a look at the Croc a little closer. He does have an articulating jaw, which is a really cool touch. And inside the mouth, let me actually take off his head because he's too big. All right, look at the detail in here. The tongue is painted. You can kind of see the different shades of pink in there. The red on the roof. Articulated here, you can open it up really wide. And it's not like the freaking Hasbro lizard where they didn't freaking put anything over here in the back. You see, look, when you open this mouth, it does not look like a Collect and Connect. It looks like its own figure. It looks clean. It looks fluid. Look at the sculpt on here. That's insane. Look at the scaling, man. Beautiful. And when you look at the Hasbro lizard here, it's like so loose right here. It's not even funny. And when you open up his big old mouth, you can just see the back of his neck right here. It's not covered or anything, so it looks really ugly if you try to make him look like he's eating somebody or something like that. So yeah, bad on Hasbro. Why Hasbro? Why? This is much cleaner. Look at that. Even the inside of the mouth has a lot of sculpt and details. Look at those wrinkles on the tongue. So clean. But yeah, I'm just trying to make this really quick. The eyes look clean. Little red pupils. Let me put that back on the body here. Articulation is similar to the King Shark, so nothing too crazy. But yeah, it's a pretty similar in its articulation. It's just mostly the look. So yeah, I just want to kind of like give you guys some look into the details there, the paint, the sculpt. Look at this. Looks like, feels like a real crocodile, man. It's crazy. Kind of wish they used different kind of pants. I think I've seen people put some brown paint on this, make it look a little dirtier, makes it look a lot cooler. But yeah, the articulation is similar just to that of the king shark. Just want to show you guys a lot of the details here. Look at the hands. So crazy awesome. And you know, I hate always comparing these to Marvel Legends, but honestly it's like the same thing, just two different properties. Like I said, like the head, the part that I really like about the open jaw is that it's all sculpted in there and stuff. And you know, even here, like basic things like the nails, they're painted. Look at that, all of them. Even the toes, nicely painted, nicely shaded. When you get the Hasbro lizard here, look at this. The nails are not even painted, dude. They're just the same color. The toes here. Why don't they paint those? It would make the figure look so much better. I don't know why they don't put as much effort sometimes. And I'm not saying Mattel's better. And I am by no means saying Mattel's better. It's just that there's some things that each company does some things a little bit better. And it's great to see Mattel end it with a bang. I really enjoy this wave.
Alright guys, so that is the end of the video. That was the last multiverse wave that we know of from Mattel. And I gotta say, round of applause, the Mattel Killer Croc wave is just right. Look at how big this guy is. He's literally the size of my noggin. This wave is just right. What a great wave. Hate to see it go. Mattel was finally improving, but they left it with a bang. I really like this wave. I enjoy the character selection. I enjoy the Collect and Connect figure. I'm probably going to miss them because we know McFarlane now has the license, but there's already rumors going around that they're going to be 7-inch instead of 6-inch. So they're already screwing up, and they're not even out yet. We're going to know more at New York Comic Con, but other than that, that's going to do it for this wave. This wave is just right. Make sure you get out there, find your figs, and say no to street dates. Ha 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 ha. Make sure you guys subscribe. See you on the next video.